Alright, let's see what happens here. I thought for today, just got back from shooting a little bit, the SIG P226 Classic 22, got it from the factory as you see it here, haven't made any modifications to it, and I'm going to clean it up a little bit because it's been a couple of weeks. Usually I clean it more often than I have of late, no particular reason. So I thought while I was doing it, I would talk about my experience with it. So we'll start it off with this. I'm just a novice. There's nothing about me that makes me an expert on anything at all whatsoever. So anything I say, just take it and kind of, use it as something you can maybe factor in or not into how you do things. Now, we're going to fix one thing right here. You can see I've got a loaded magazine. Guess where that's going to go? Away. So we don't want any ammunition when we clean, right? We don't want anything anywhere. Now you can see, maybe, hopefully, there's nothing in the chamber. And so I figured take it apart right here. And nice thing about this thing is it's really simple. Take down lever. You've probably seen this 1,000 times. Slide comes off. Spring comes out. Barrel comes out. There you go. She's apart. Now, as we say, she's a paperweight. There's nothing dangerous about this thing at all. Might as well chuck it at somebody if you're going to use it as a weapon now. Pops number 9, you can tell, yes, I've used this bottle over and over many times. That's what I usually prefer to use. So, simple cleaning. We're not going to go too crazy today. I just want to kind of clean her up a little bit. Now, what's my experience of this thing? I got to tell you, it's been a problem. This thing is very finicky on what it'll eat. And the factory recommends CCI mini mags. And I gotta tell you, they work, but so far the best I've been able to get out of them is probably about 85%, maybe 80. So I ended up having to send this back to the factory to have them look it over because I was getting so many failures to feed. I'd get an occasional failure to fire. Always eject. Pretty much never had problems with that. Stovepipes, never really to speak of. But it wouldn't feed all the time. So I sent it in, and when they sent it back to me, they said that they gave me 2 different magazines for it, that there was something wrong with the magazines. And it ran and runs much better now. But when I put this back together again, I'll show you the magazines that they gave me. They don't quite seat right. And so I'm thinking, of course, if those magazines don't seat right, then how's it going to feed correctly? So there's probably a little bit of issues there with the magazine still, which I think, if I can fix, I'll be in good shape. Actually, the spring looks pretty clean, a little bit oiled up. I will say this gun likes to be run as wet as I can stand to run it. I have a Springfield XD9, and that, 0 failures, 3,000 rounds, run it pretty dry. I hardly ever lube that thing much at all. Okay, come on, Spring, you can come out of there. So, one of the things I think I'm going to do with this is I think I'm going to order some magazines and a new slide spring, recoil spring, from Sig Power, because I wonder if this isn't some of the problem. Sure, the factory should have caught it. Sure, it should have never left the factory like that in the first place. But, I don't know. No expert. I just know what I've been experiencing here. So I just came off the hill, as I say, where I live. I own about 20 acres, and probably said that in that other video, view from the top, but sorry if I repeat myself, I kind of do that. And get this thing all scrubbed up here. Yeah, using the old bath towel, hand towel here, which I don't like to use as a rule. Prefer to use something that's lint free, but you know what? This particular one, it's actually pretty good. Doesn't leave anything behind, and so I can use it over and over and over and over again and don't have too many problems. So not too dirty, probably. There we go. Not too dirty. I mean, she was pretty clean before, and I I tend to keep my weapons as clean as I can keep them. Ultimately, anything you have could be called into self-defense, or, more accurately, others' defense. And so if you have a wife and kids, if you have moms and dads, brothers and sisters, strangers on the street, I think odds are probably just as likely that you may have to help somebody else out some days. You may have to help yourself out. Now, the area that I live is pretty safe. Yeah, maybe I should be doing some of this on camera, right? Where I live is pretty safe. There's not a lot of crime. Worst we have are poachers. We get a lot of deer poachers. It's all farmland and fields and woods around me. So we have a extremely high population count for white-tailed deer and turkey. You get turkey like you wouldn't believe. And so every so often someone will take a shot at something when they shouldn't. Ooh, hey, that's a little cruddy. Get some nice buildup on this, of course. So let's give that a little scrub here. Almost forgot to clean it. So I'm outside on my front porch. I have this nifty little table that came from a local newspaper, and I believe it was some sort of either typesetter desk or computer desk of some sort, judging by the age of it, probably before computers, but that's hard to tell how old this thing really is. So while I'm cleaning, talk about that. Alright. Yeah, see, look at that. That didn't take much to clean up at all, so probably I have 500 rounds or less, which for me is a lot of rounds to not clean. I don't like to go that long. As I started to say a few minutes ago, I believe, you keep it clean, and if it's all in perfect working order, it doesn't let you down. Whether you're shooting at paper, you're shooting at anything else you need to shoot at. So now, I didn't do the inside, did I? Let me take a look in here. Yeah, we'll run one swab through it real quick. Oh, I think I'm out of small pads. So, we'll take our handy dandy SOG Flash 1. Thank you, Nut and Fancy. Excellent recommendation on your part, and I'm glad I got this. So, we'll use that. We'll cut this. Yeah, part of the impetus for me to do this is Nut and Fancy. For any of you who are familiar with him, you probably go, dude, that makes a whole lot of sense. He's pretty inspiring. I took a different tact in life. I think if I had made choices that I wanted to make when I was younger, I actually probably would have turned out something kind of similar. Probably not Air Force. I probably would have gone into the Army. Not knowing any better, you know, in the sense of, well, why would I have chosen the Army? Who knows? It just, where is my... There it is. You know, I probably would have chosen the Army just because... I guess my dad's cousin was in the Army, so, you know, I had some family in, and probably, in some ways, I should have taken that route. I wish I had done stuff a little bit different than I did in my life. But I'm the right age that, you know, I might have been in Desert Storm, I might have been in Afghanistan, and I might not be having this video right now, so, you know, a hearty thank you to all the people that have served over the years. And I would have been one of those. But I found the guitar. Hey, car coming down the road. So we're going to have a nice bit of dust here. I live in a dirt road. And we'll pause here for a moment in case it's some anti-gun lunatic. He's cleaning his gun in public? What a loon. So...